This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, a double murder-suicide on the Suncoast. Tonight we're learning more about the victims of the deadly shooting in Nokomis late Monday night.
Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say a man shot his wife and her 2 children before then turning the gun on himself. ABC7's Adam Cellini joins us now with what neighbors witnessed.
Yeah, Scott and Jacqueline, neighbors tell us that an argument between Anthony Isrig and his wife Susan Ritigliano Garcia began in front of their home Monday night and turned violent and dangerous for many others who were living on the street. When sheriff's deputies arrived at the house on Kenwood Avenue in Nokomis, they found Isrig Ritigliano Garcia and her son Matthew Beagle dead inside from apparent gunshot wounds. Ritigliano Garcia's daughter Joanna Beagle was nearby, also with life-threatening gunshot injuries. Witnesses recall watching Isrig exit the house with that shotgun in hand and at one point getting into a car and speeding it towards a neighbor who was trying to help.
We just put it in drive and floored it. We started weaving, boom, just missed our car and hit that car and just got out and just walked in the house. Saw him come out of the door with the shotgun or rifle or something, and I just took off running.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says 17-year-old Joanna Beagle was airlifted to Sarasota Memorial Hospital in critical condition earlier this morning, and now officials are saying that she is expected to make a full recovery. Scott and Jacqueline, back to you.
All right, thank you, Adam. Tonight, the nation mourns the deaths of the 59 people killed in what has become the deadliest mass shooting in American history. Investigators are still piecing together information on what may have sparked that massacre. ABC's Danya Backus explains what investigators now know.
In the midst of chaos, there are stories of heroism and survival.
We went back towards the gunfire and just started looking for priority victims and people with the most serious injuries to get to the hospital.
Tuesday, many of the more than 500 people injured now reliving the terrifying moment. Police say 64-year-old Stephen Paddock sent a barrage of bullets into a crowd of 22,000 concert goers.
When I was running and when I was holding him and I was looking behind him, there were bodies like everywhere.
In Las Vegas, the grieving continues. Vigils being held across the city for the dozens of people killed in the rampage. Among them, Hannah Eilers, a mother of 3. 23-year-old Jordan McIldoon, who was attending the country music concert with his girlfriend, and Navy veteran Christopher Roybal.
He went to combat and came back without being injured and goes to a concert and dies.
We're also now getting a first glimpse inside the shooter's Mandalay Bay hotel room. Law enforcement and family members trying to understand what would motivate a one-time accountant and avid gambler with no known criminal record to inflict so much carnage.
Steve had nothing to do with any political organization, religious organization, no white supremacists, nothing.
Investigators say there were more than 40 guns recovered both in Paddock's Nevada home and his Mandalay Bay hotel room, and material used to make explosives were also discovered in his car. Also in that hotel room, a computer and a source says a camera possibly used to record the horrific shooting. Authorities now telling ABC News they're looking closely at Paddock's finances, saying in the last 3 years he's had 200+ reports of large financial transactions. Danya Backus, ABC News, Las Vegas.
Well, we will bring you continuous coverage of the developments surrounding both the mass shooting in Las Vegas and the double murder-suicide in Nokomis. Also, remember, you can get instant alerts on breaking news by downloading our My Suncoast app. You'll get important news updates, weather forecasts, and traffic alerts delivered straight to the palm of your hand.
A medical emergency in Sarasota this afternoon. A man had to be flown to a hospital because of severe burns. Sarasota County fire rescue crews were called to 10th Street around 3:30 this afternoon. Fire officials say a 55-year-old man suffered the burns, but they have not said how he was burned. There are no reports of a fire in the area. Because of the location, Bayflight had to land at the 10th Street boat ramp. The man was flown to Blake Medical's burn unit, where he is now being treated. 2 police departments on the Suncoast are inviting families to spend time with their officers tonight. Both the Sarasota and Northport police departments are hosting National Night Out events. They're free and give families a chance to talk directly to officers about their neighborhood concerns or any other issues. In Sarasota, there will be a K9 and Bob Squad demonstrations, face painting, bounce houses, displays, refreshments, and much more. That starts at 5:30 right outside SPD headquarters on Adams Lane. The Northport event starts at 6 at the George Mullen Community Center.
Certainly a great community policing effort in all those national night outs, but it might be a little windy out there, so you might want to bring your light jacket if you can. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Herrigan.
Well, the winds are out of the northeast right now, anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour at times. Anna Maria at 25 out of the northeast, 24 at Parrish right now. So a breezy evening anticipated. Not a lot of rainfall, so that's a good sign. It will be windy down south, too. Right now it's 24 out of the northeast at Inglewood, 23 Warm Mineral Springs, 25. These are sustained winds now, and the winds are going to be strong, too, it looks like, through the overnight and tomorrow. Things aren't going away as far as that wind goes. You can see the showers are moving very rapidly off toward the west, just as fast as those winds, really. A brief shower or two, not out of the question. It will be producing some moderate to heavy rain at times, like this particular shower just southwest of Wauchula. And down south, we have a little bit of rainfall there at the Rotunda area. Not much going on at Anna Maria or in Manatee County at this hour. As I mentioned, the rain chance only at about 20% for a few passing showers through this evening as far as that goes. Now, currently at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport, we have some clouds and the temperature at 79. Humidity at 82%. East to northeast winds sustained at 21 miles an hour, and the pressure 30.05 inches. Well, in the tropics, yesterday we were watching this area. The models were suggesting something may pop up there. Now it's a little bit further to the south in the southwest Caribbean, and there's a pretty good chance at 60% that it could develop into the next tropical depression or tropical storm. We'll take a look at that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. More affordable housing may be in the works for the Rosemary district of Sarasota. Last night, city commissioners took the first step toward building affordable workforce housing. The city agreed to put $3 million towards a project called the Lofts on Lemon at Lemon and 9th Streets. It's a former public housing site that has been cleared for years. The president of the Housing Authority says this project will be affordable to a wide range of people.
This is the last free land we have to build affordable housing on. So I think it's a great opportunity. We're also going to have set aside some park space here on this site. So I know people who live in Rosemary are all of a sudden becoming very concerned that with all the zero lot line developments, there's no green space, there's no park space. So we're hoping this will accomplish two major needs for the community. One is being affordable workforce housing, and the other is some park space.
The city has been letting students park there from the Sarasota Military Academy. Russell hopes for a combination of city, state, federal, and private funding.
City of Sarasota also looking at its options and how to make improvements at the Bobby Jones Golf Course. City commissioners are discussing what to do about a consultant's suggested $21 million in improvements at the city-owned 100-year-old course. The upgrades include renovating both courses, adding a new clubhouse and driving range, and more. Commissioners don't plan to spend that much money on the project, but they are looking into various ways to pay for enhancements. The only commissioner to vote against it was Hagan Brody, who referenced the millions of dollars the complex has lost over the past decade.
I grew up playing on Bobby Jones at the golf course there, and I want to make Bobby Jones work. I'm looking for realistic plans that keep Bobby Jones in the public domain. More importantly, keep all of that space as open green space.
After city staff looks at the options, the city will host workshops to present several options to the city commission.
Right now, the state is sharing plans to make improvements to a stretch of US 41 in Sarasota County. The Florida Department of Transportation is holding a public information meeting until 7 o'clock tonight at the Bayfront Community Center. Staff members are talking about upgrades to the intersections of US 41 and 10th Street and also 14th Street. The project includes replacing traffic signals with roundabouts, widening 41 to include bike lanes and turn lanes, and also adding more sidewalk space.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the struggle to fill the seats where the Tampa Bay Rays ranked among Major League Baseball teams when it comes to fan attendance.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Herrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how old is too old for plastic surgery, the dangers associated after age 65, coming up in your Health Smart.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
If you went to a Rays game recently, maybe it felt like the stadium was a little bare. Well, it's because it was. Once again, the Rays ranked last among Major League Baseball teams when it comes to attendance. This is the 6th year in a row the team has come into the bottom of that list. Around 1.2 million people attended Rays games this year. That's about 30,000 fewer than last year. The rankings could affect the Rays' quest for a new baseball stadium. Some baseball executives say the team would benefit from moving its home at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg to a location in Tampa, which may be better suited to more of the fan base. It may be easier for them to get to a game.
Certainly.
We'll see.
Well, I guess we will have to just wait and see. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. Richard, I understand records have fallen on Wall Street for the second day in a row.
Jacqueline, you're exactly right. There's nothing wrong with the location of the New York Stock Exchange because they've got it all figured out. Folks, let me remind you, stocks don't close at record highs every day. It's just recently they do that. Today the market was up all day long. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up by 90 points at the high of the day and closed very, very close to that number. And as Jacqueline just said, all three of the indices we follow every day all closed at new records. So let's take a look at the figures, and impressive they are. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 84 points, almost 0.4% at 22,641.67. That on volume of 688 million shares. The NASDAQ up by 0.25%, 15 points at 6,531.71. That on volume of 1,509 million shares. And the S&P also up by 0.2%, almost 5.5 points at 2,534.58. Well, it was a very strong day for Miami-based Lennar Homes. Its stock was up almost 5% after the company said it had the absolutely perfect mix, They sold more houses than ever before, and the average selling price was also higher than they've ever seen it before. Lennar closed on 7,600 homes during the quarter. The average price, $375,000. That's a price increase of 3.6% over Lennar's sales in the second quarter of this year. So Lennar's got it all going on, and good for them.
And you also have some news on Delta Airlines today, Richard.
And they've got it going on as well, Scott, up 6.6%. Rare do you see an airline move up that sharply, but all of the airline stocks were up today. Delta clearly the leader.
Sounds like it. Richard, thank you so much for the update.
You are welcome.
Okay. Yeah, one of those days where you felt the breeze. I know early this morning it was nice because it made it feel a little cooler.
Yes, absolutely. Temperatures were a little bit on the cooler side, but the breeze with the low humidity coming from the east always makes it feel a little bit nicer out there. It was windy too. On El Conquistador, the trees that they repropped back up trying to save them, about 6 of them have fallen back down again. As a result, the winds gusting as high as 30 miles an hour. That was a webcam showing, again, the clouds out there. The clouds bringing some showers occasionally throughout this afternoon. Those showers haven't been all that intense because they've been moving through pretty quickly. In terms of severity, they're not severe, but they are bringing some moderate to heavy rainfall, brief downpours, and some stronger winds, too, when these showers move on through. It almost appears of some banding features going on. There is a little low pressure that the National Hurricane Center gives about a 10% chance of developing now near the Florida Straits, just to the south of Florida as it tracks off to the west. There's not much of a chance of developing, but what it is doing is bringing a lot of moisture in from the Atlantic right over the state now, and that's going to be around through this evening, but then a little dry air will move in a short period of time just on Wednesday, lowering our rain chances, and then the rain chances will go back up as quickly as Thursday and into Friday. But right now that rain's pretty heavy near Lake Okeechobee, spreading off to the west at around 30 miles an hour at times, also near Fort Myers. A few showers now entering into eastern portions of Manatee County. You see a brief shower there or two ripping across parts of Manatee County tonight. And then that heavier activity not hanging out all that long here, a little heavier down south. As I mentioned, some slightly drier air will push in tomorrow, so our rain chances will lessen. We'll keep a slight chance for a few passing showers in through this evening. It will stay windy, too. Breezy conditions right through the overnight, and winds out of the northeast anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour right through the morning. 79 right now. Look at that. East to northeast winds at 21, and that's sustained with gusts as high as 25 to 30 at times, and the humidity at 82%. The forecast for Wednesday calling for partly cloudy skies, high temperatures in the upper 80s. Notice no real threat of any significant rain. There's a 20% chance for a passing shower. That will be mainly east of I-75 as they work their way off to the west. Well, in the tropics, we are watching an area of concern. It's looking rather healthy on the satellite review over the past 12 hours. And you can see deep convection, what appears to be some rotation on a low pressure area developing. The Hurricane Center now has bumped this up to a 40% chance developing over the next 2 days, and a little higher than that over the next 5 days. You can see this is the area of concern. There's that little area I mentioned right there over the Florida Straits. You can see it's kind of being sheared apart, so the chances of it developing aren't all that great, but a little less shear going down in the Southwest Caribbean. There's the forecast, at least what we think the low pressure is going to be doing over the next 5 days. And look at the 5-day forecast, and a 60% chance of developing into a tropical depression or a tropical storm as it makes its way off toward the north and northwest. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty as to what it will do, so we'll have to watch it very closely. Obviously, in 5 days from now, it would be early next week that it could cause some problems here. Elsewhere in the tropics, there's a fairly strong tropical wave out in the Atlantic, but not doing a whole lot at this point. All is fairly quiet with it. But for us, breezy conditions continuing. Small craft advisories are in effect and will stay that way through Thursday. Seas running 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop out there. And those advisories could be extended depending upon this low pressure area developing down to our south into the weekend. The water temperature now, one thing to note is cooled down a little bit, 84 degrees, which is a lot better than 89. The UV index is at an 8 at this point for tomorrow. Low tide at 6:47 and the high tide will be at 12:12. The forecast tonight, a few passing showers, partly cloudy, breezy, and temperatures fairly close to seasonal in the mid-70s there. Tomorrow, same story, although less of a chance for rain at 20%. Northeast winds will stay strong, though, 15 to 20. And the extended forecast is calling for breezy conditions right through Friday. And then the rain chance is elevated through the weekend and beyond. We have to watch this very closely for the possibility of some flooding concerns down the road. We'll have more on that a little bit later. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to First Alert traffic. It is backed up right now along a big stretch of US 41 in Sarasota. The northbound lanes from Bee Ridge Road north all the way to Fruitville. Slow going right now. Jacqueline.
In health news tonight, new information that may explain how Zika became so dangerous. Scientists have come up with many theories about why the mosquito-borne virus that had been linked to only mild symptoms could suddenly be associated with thousands of cases of birth defects. But on Monday, U.S. and Chinese researchers reported that a single genetic change that happened in 2013 may explain how Zika suddenly acquired the ability to attack fetal nerve cells. One study author said other mutations also fueled that explosive epidemic. Well, how old is too old to have work done? A plastic surgeon with Cleveland Clinic says it all depends on your health and how healthy you are. 2 recent studies evaluated surgical risk after a facelift and abdominoplasty procedures. The findings state that when properly screened for health issues, the risk for older patients was no greater than a similar younger age group. But the key is that surgery is risky, not so much because of age, but more so because of health conditions such as cardiovascular disease that may develop as you get older. Coming up, the ripple effect of the Las Vegas shooting, what other cities are now doing to make sure outdoor music festivals are safe. Plus, a bizarre world record, why this dog is getting national attention, and it's not for his looks or skills.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with your pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The mass shooting in Las Vegas has police in Austin, Texas reviewing their security plans for the massive Austin City Limits Music Festival.
The outdoor event spans 2 weekends and kicks off this Friday, and some 450,000 people attend that 6-day festival each year. The police chief says officials have been preparing for months, but now they're concerned about the possibility of a Las Vegas shooting copycat.
They need to be taking as much assistance as they can get to make sure that the events are going to be secure.
Austin police have surveyed high buildings that have visibility to that festival ground. Federal law enforcement agencies and the Department of Public Safety will also help with security at that event.
A 900-year-old bowl is apparently worth millions of dollars to someone. An anonymous bidder paid $38 million for the bowl at a Sotheby's auction in Hong Kong. The bowl is from China and was fashioned during the Song dynasty. It comes from once famous kilns of central China and is known as roux ice crackle. This kind of porcelain is known for its crackled glaze's ability to reflect light. Sotheby's says the purchase price is a record for Chinese porcelain.
And speaking of records, this is a strange one. A dog from South Dakota is now the world record holder for having the longest tongue on a dog. Who knew that was even a real category? According to Guinness World Records, Mochi Mo Rickert, an 8-year-old St. Bernard, has a tongue that is 7 inches long. Oh my. Mo smashes the previous record held by a Pekingese named Puggy, whose tongue was just 4.5 inches long. Never knew that was even in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I mean, that dog almost looks like a frog. It could get a fly out of midair. Look at that.
Other than that, he's pretty cute.
He is. Man, oh man, he has to reel that in.
Certainly. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, it's not your typical nickel and dime crime.
Up next, new surveillance video and new information on the group who stole several golf carts from a Suncoast business. That story coming up.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.